Hello amazing people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today guys, I'm going to show you how to make this very stylish flare top with a pleated neckline, and also the back is going to have that deep cut with some strap attached to it. So this is the prints that I'm going to use. So first of all, I'm going to be cutting out for the front first, and I'll be using a pattern paper for that. So the pattern paper is just for from the top, the shoulder to the chest line. That's all this pattern paper is for. Okay, so I'll go ahead and measure the length from the shoulder there to the chest line. I'm working with 9 inches. Actually marked 9.5 there, so you can do 8.5, you can also do 9. So I use 9.5 here, so I'll mark that down. So once I do that, I'll go ahead and make a straight line. So after that, now I'll go ahead and impute the shoulder width. I'm using the 3 by 8 inches mark. First I'll mark 8 inches there. I'll mark that down. Then after that, I'll come down 1 inch for the slope. Then also make that point there. Then I'll go ahead and mark 3 inches from the edge there, just as if we are cutting on our borders. So I'll go ahead and connect it and make that slanted line. You can see, so this is our shoulder slant. So I'll go ahead and extend this shoulder slant upward because of the neck width. I'm going to be extending it, so I have to do that. Now the neck width now it's supposed to be 4 inches, okay? But because of the pleated effect, I'm going to extend the neck width to 7. All right, so I'm going to be marking 7 inches there. So you can see I'm marking that down. Neck width of 7. So this is going to enable us to make the pleats, okay? While for the neck depth, I'm going to be using 5.5. Neck width of 7 and the neck depth of what? Of 5.5. So it's going to be a square neckline, okay? So I'll mark that down, then I'll go ahead and connect it together. So you can see, so I'll make the straight line there for the neck depth, and I'll connect it to the neck width, so that I can have a square neckline like so. So this is what we have. So from that shoulder slant now, I can now impute my actual shoulder width, okay? Because of this extension, so after that neck width now, I'll now put my shoulder width, which is 4. I'm marking 4 inches there. So this now I'll be extending it down to my chest line. So I'll extend it out to my chest line, mark a straight line. So from there, I'll get a slope. From the slope point to the chest line, just find the midpoint and go in by 0.5 inches. And so we'll be able to create our armhole. So you can see this. So once I'm done with this, you can see. So I'll go ahead now and put in the bust circumference on the chest line. So I'm working with 38. So 38 divided by 4, and that's 9.5. So I'll go ahead now and mark that down. Then I'll also add extra seam allowance of 2.5. That's what I use. I use 2.5. You can also use 2 inches. So I use 2.5, and that's it. That's practically all we have here. You can see this. So going ahead to cut it all out. And yeah, so this is what I'm going to be placing on my fabric. This exactly, you can see. So I had to do this so we can get a perfect drafting. So here is my fabric. Remember I said we are cutting out for the front piece first. So this is just a single piece of fabric, and I'm making a triangular fold, like you can see. Making a triangular fold like so. And on this unfold part will be facing me, right? So I'll go ahead and indicate the length. So I want my length, I'm getting my length from the lower part because I want to really get the flare. to be much, right? I don't know whether you understand that. So instead of taking my measurements, my length from the up, I'm taking it from the down part, okay, just to maintain a wider length. You can see how I placed my tape. So from there now, moving up to mark my top length, and I'm working with 25 with some extra hemming allowance, okay, you can see. So that point I can now mark a straight line, okay, which is going to be my startup line. You can see. So I'm just trying to get a perfect straight line, so I had to move my tape to the edge, and of course I'll make a straight line. So this is going to be my start up line, right? You can see this. So this unfold part, I'll go ahead and bring my pattern paper now. I'll place it, making sure that that part is aligning on the unfold part, right? Just go ahead and align it properly, and make sure that the shoulder is sitting directly on that line, since it's the startup line. You can see that. So go ahead now and pin this down thoroughly, just to put it in place. You can see this. So after pinning it down now, you can go ahead and also trace it out, okay. So I'll be extending that from my chest line. I'm going to be extending the slant there to the end of the top, just like you see me doing. You can see. So after this, I can go ahead and trace the other parts. I'm just using my chalk to trace it all out, the shoulder and also the neck width and depth. You can see this. So once I'm done with this, then I'll go ahead and indicate the length all around by making that curve. So we already have our length from that very end there. So I'll just place my tape at the edge of my triangle, like so. Hold it firmly and indicate what we have there. So whatever it is, that's what you're going to use to move your tape in this curvy form, so that you can get the entire curve. I hope you understand. Yeah. So I'm going ahead to do that. So this totally depends on your own measurement. So you can see how I'm placing my tape. So this way I'll get all my curves. And this is it, guys. It's that easy here. So I'm going ahead to cut all this out. And that's it, guys. You can see cutting off the sides, the armhole, the shoulders, and of course the neck width. Guys, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please, this is the time to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to like, share with your friends, share with your sewing communities. I'll really appreciate this a lot. Okay, thank you so much, guys. So you can see how beautiful this is looking already. So going ahead to take off all the pins, and this is what our front piece looks. So you can see at this point our neck is really wide here. So after the pleat, it will go back to how we want it to be. You can see what we have here. So now what I'm going to do now, to create that pleat, I'll just measure what I have. The wideness there obviously supposed to be 14, because we used a neck width of 7, right? Yes. So opening it up is 14. So I'll just indicate the center point there, which is supposed to be at 7, right? So from that center point now, I'll be making my pleat, just a tiny pleat, okay. So from the center, I'll make like 2 pleats from one side there. I'm using my pin to hold it down. Then I'll do the same thing on the other side. Just do 2 pleats here, 2 pleats here. When you measure it, if you feel you still need to do more, then you do the same thing on both sides. You can see I've made 2 pleats on one side towards the center point. Then I'm doing the same thing on the other side as well. Okay, just go ahead and make a pleat. You can see the one I'm making that, just a small pleat like so. So if you want extra pleats, you could have also extended the neck width, maybe to from 7 to maybe 7.5 or 8. Okay, it will still give you more pleats, but this is fine for me. So you can see what we have here, and this is it. So once you're done pleating this, you go ahead and measure it. Remember, the actual neck width that we want is 4, so which means when you measure it, opening is supposed to be 8. So by the time you place your tape, if you see that it is less than 8, then you have to reduce the pleat, and if you feel that is more, then you have to make extra more pleats. So I've gotten what I want here. You can see our neckline has shrink right to exactly what we want. So this is it, guys. So all I need to do now is to go ahead and cut out facing for this that I'll be using to turn the neckline. Yes, that's what I'll be doing for the front piece. I'll also be hemming the lower parts of this top. Okay, yes, I'll be doing this much later. So I'll go ahead now and cut my facing. So for my facing, I'm just cutting out neck width of 4, just simply neck width of 4, neck depth of 5.5. Okay, and for the length of the facing, you can do 3 inches, you can do 3.5. Okay, and this is what we have. So I'm going to be ironing and interfacing on this later on before using it to turn it in. Just place it right side to right side and go ahead and sew. After that, you can give some notch, especially on those angles, top stitches, and yeah, the front neckline will be ready. It's that simple. So you can see, so we're done with the front piece here. So I'll set this aside. Now for the back, this is what the back is supposed to look like. You can see it's going to be deep at the back there. So I'll be cutting this back separately. You can see I have an elastic on the waistline there and those 2 straps there. The 2 straps there also have elastic in it. So we'll be cutting this separately. Now for that waistline, I'm going to be working with the waist circumference. The waist circumference is 36 rather. So if I split it into 2, that's 18. So that means 18 is just for the back. Okay, that's what I'll use. Keep that aside. Now for the depth, now we are just assuming the depth of this neckline should be like 9 or 10. So I'll work with 10 as the depth, which means I'm going to be minusing 10 from my actual length of my top, which is 25. So that means the flare is going to be what, 15, right? 25 minus 10, 15. So you can see, so 15 inches is going to be the length. Meanwhile, the waist divided by 2, that's 36 divided by 2, 18. So that 18, I'll multiply it by 2 or 2.5 or even 3 to get my gathers effect. But I would like to multiply by 2 because I wouldn't want the flare to be much. Okay, since the front flare is not so much, I wouldn't want the back flare, so that everything can rhyme. Okay, yeah, so all I need to do now is to make a casing for the elastic. You can see, make a casing at the top part here, like so. You can see what is going to, I'll be using this 1 inches of elastic. Then on the lower part, I'll also what, hem it. That's what I'm going to do. Don't forget my waist circumference divided by 2, which is 36 divided by 2, 18. Then I'll multiply it by 2 to get the amount of fabric that I need. That's all I have here. Okay, yes, so I'll go ahead and do that much later. Create my casing and pass my elastic through, and it's just going to give me what I want. Okay, and I will also be hemming the lower part as well. So that's it for the lower parts of the back piece. Why the other straps there, you see those 2 straps, I'm going to be using this piece. So this is about 15 inches in length and about 4 inches in width. So I'll just go ahead and make a sew. Okay, turn it to the right side. Then I'll be passing an elastic to bring it all together. So whatever is the length, just take away like 3 or 4 inches from it. That will be the length of the elastic you pass through. Okay, yes, so I'll be doing that. Then this other 2 piece is going to be serving as what, the handle. Okay, that I'm going to be attaching. Since we are cutting the back separate, so it will still have an handle. Remember, it's still going to have a sleeve. So yes, so this is about 8 inches in width. So by the time I fold it into 2, it's going to be 4. You can see the way I'm arranging it to give you a view of what that back is like. Okay, yes, so but I will also be ironing and interfacing on that band. So I'll go ahead now and sew this, pass my elastic through, then I'll come back to show you the next step. And so here, guys, can see for the front piece, I've already gone ahead to turn the neckline. You can see with my facing, you can see what this is looking. Of course, I've given this what, a very good press. You can see what we have here. You can see this is the front looking all beautiful. All right, so this is what we have. So after that, now I'll also go ahead and measure what I have on this my shoulder width. So this, the shoulder width we have is what we're also going to use to, cut out for the back strap as well. So you can see I have 3 inches in width. So just keep that in mind. So you can see our front piece is ready, and I've also hemmed the lower part as well. Okay, so this is ready. We'll set this aside. Now for the back, you can see I've gone ahead to pass my elastic. You can see, so there's more reason why I had to multiply that half waist circumference by 2, so that we don't have so much flare. You can see what we have here. You can see. Now this is the band that is going to be serving as the handle. You can see I ironed my interfacing and also sewed one end. So this is what we have. You can see the 2 piece there. So this is how I'm going to arrange it in such a way that the open part is going to be facing outwards. That's where the armhole is going to sit. Okay, yes, so this is longer than what is needed, but of course by the time I align my front piece, I'll be able to trim out some excesses. And of course, this is the strap. You can see I've also passed my elastic and made sure that I top stitch both end very well. You can see. So you can see the view now is looking more like it, like, right? All right, so this is what we have. So what I'm going to do now is to go ahead now and indicate the width on this handle. Remember I said the shoulder width, remember we measured 3, so I'm going ahead to measure that 3 inches as well on the hand of the back piece. You can see, so I'm measuring that 3 inches. I'll go ahead and make a straight line like so, right? All right, so I'll do the same thing on the other side. So now I'll go ahead now and attach it to the lower part. Just tuck it in and top stitch. That's what we're going to do, but for the moment I'm using my pin to hold it down. So you can see what we have. Just tuck it in such a way that it's sitting very well and is aligning on that line of the shoulder, the 3 inches we just marked. You can see how it is. Now I'm going to bring my front piece now, so I'm aligning it from the lower part now, so that I can trace out, you know, the excesses that I don't need. You can see the way I'm placing it from the lower part, and that way I'll also be able to trace out the armhole. You can see extending it now. I'm now tracing out the armhole on that handle part of the back. You can see what I'm doing. So this is it, guys. You can see. So I'm going to repeat the same thing on the other side as well. Just trace it out, trace out the shoulders. You can see, and I'll repeat the same thing on the other side. So this is what we have. So once you're done now, you can just go ahead and cut it all out. So just make sure that you align it from the lower parts. Very, very important before you do this. Okay, so once I've gotten it all, so I'll go ahead and cut off the excesses that I don't need. Guys, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done that yet. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Okay, thank you so much. All right, so you can see this is looking more like it now. So when I attached my strap, so just make sure the strap can sit, the first strap can be like 4 inches away from the shoulder, then the next one can be like 1.5 inches interval. Okay, yes, or 2 inches interval. So this is how it's going to look. So once we've achieved this now, you now go ahead and bring the back piece and place it right side to right side and join the shoulders. So after joining the shoulders, you can go ahead and join the sides, then fix the sleeve if that's work for you. But I would like to just join the shoulders, fix the sleeve before joining the sides. Okay, all right, so moving over to cut the sleeve now. So I want the full length of my sleeve to be 16, and if the sleeve is going to have some gathers effect at the edge as well. So I'll make the first layer to be 13 inches in length, while the ruffle is going to be 3 inches. Okay, all right, so you can see my fabric, I'm folding it into 2. I'm making a second fold now. So this way I'm going to be having 2 sleeves. You can see what we have here. Now remember I said the first layer is going to be 13 inches in length. Okay, so add 1 inches for allowance, so that's 14. So this 14, I'll take it all the way to make a curve, just like you see me doing. You can see, so I'm making ahead to make that curve. Okay, now on the side where you have this open space there, Now I'll go ahead and fix the armhole. You can see from that edge, I will indicate the armhole. I'm using 10" for that. I'll go ahead and mark that down. Mark 10 inches for the armhole. So from that point of the armhole, we're going to move up by 4. Okay, moving up by 4 represents like the cap's height, right? Just move up by 4 inches. Then at that point of 4 inches, go in by 1 inch or 1.5. You can see. Then go ahead and make a curve, the armhole curve. So just make a curve from the top there. You can see the way I'm moving my hand all the way, and that will be it for the armhole. Another easier way is to bring your top, just place the armhole on it and trace it. It's as simple as that. So if you don't want to go through that process, just place it, you can see, at the edge and trace out the armhole, and that's it. Very, very simple and straightforward, you can see. All right, so this is it, guys. Just go ahead and cut this out and cut out the cuff, and yeah, the sleeve is ready. You can see, cutting out the armhole as well. Then I'll go ahead and notch that part that's going to be sitting on the shoulders. Then of course slit it open. And this is what our sleeve looks like. So we have 2 of this. So you can see what it looks like. All right. So remember I said it's going to have a ruffle. So for the ruffle now, you just go ahead and measure what you have on the lower parts. You know, this curvy part, just measure what you have. So by the time I measured it, I had about 42 inches, right? So just multiply by 2 or 2.5 just to create that gathers effect, okay? So this strap I'm going to use, make sure that you hem the strap on the lower parts before creating the gathers effect, okay? All you need to do is to go ahead and make the pleat just like you see me demonstrating. Once you're done making your pleat, then you can now attach it to the lower part, okay? You can see. So just a quick demonstration. I'm using my pin now to make some pleats. You can see. So make some pleats. This is how it looks. Just very simple process. So after making your pleats, then you go ahead and sew it to the curve. Don't forget you must have hem the lower parts, okay? You can see. So just place it right side to right side and sew, and that will be it, guys. That is it. So you'll be having your ruffle on the lower part of your sleeve. Yeah, so once this is done, the sleeve is ready. All you need to do now is to go ahead and attach it to your piece. So don't forget you place the front to the back, right side to right side. After joining the shoulders like so, then you go ahead and now attach the sleeve. So at this point you must have fixed your ruffle. Just attach your sleeve like so and go ahead and join the sides, okay? So just take it from the armhole all the way to the end of the top and to the other side as well. And guys, this beautiful outfit is ready. And that is it, guys. We have come to the end of this one, and I hope you do find this helpful. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. And let me introduce you guys to my DTF printing online class that is already ongoing. DTF printing is a method of branding and customization. It's a way or you can earn an extra income to whatsoever it is that you're already doing. Are you a tailor? Are you doing a 9 to 5? Are you a stay-at-home mom, a designer, an artist? This is a very good way to earn that extra cash. With DTF printing, you get to brand a lot. You get to brand your fashion wears, your garments, your fashion accessories like the tote bag, hair bonnet, aprons, throw pillows, like t-shirts. I mean, this is a very, very good way to, make that extra cash and of course build a good brand for yourself. It's a very detailed class. I'm practically holding you by your hands to, learn every single thing that you need to know about this print. See the flyer at the end of this video and trust me, you won't regret it.